Hey guys, it's Sam and this is my spring in review. So this is a little late because I almost didn't think I was going to do this. I don't try a ton of products, which is why I said before that I only do seasonal videos like this, and I don't always have like favorites every month or something like that because I don't try that many new products. So I felt like spring wasn't a time that I was trying a ton of new things, and it wasn't. But there are some things that I did try that I did love and I wanted to talk about. So this is a mix of, like, as per usual, cosmetics stuff, life stuff, and like food stuff. So the first thing is clothing and fitness related. And I talked about this, I think, in my like 2017 like end of the year favorites kind of thing, but I need to talk about it again because that is Lululemon leggings. And I understand that this is kind of like a drinking the Kool-Aid type thing and that they're very expensive, and I get that, but also they're the best things I've ever worn. So in the spring, and then the winter, but mostly in the spring, I discovered the 7/8 length pant. So it's the pant that kind of comes like a little bit above your ankle. I always used to wear crops, and crops don't actually look good on me at all. These kinds of pants, though, are amazing. And my two favorite styles from Lululemon are the Aligns, which I'm wearing right now on my body, and then these, which are the In Movement tight. And the In Movement are like the All the Right Places one, if you are familiar with All the Right Places legging, plus the Align, because the Align pants, if you are familiar at all with Lululemon, are like the softest, butteriest, most wonderful, beautiful, not too constricting, but not super loose legging ever. I actually want to get some more pairs just to wear them around the house because they're so comfortable, and I'll get them from the gym and I'll like, we'll just keep wearing them, and I'm like, you probably shouldn't do that, you should probably like take them off of your body, but I can't help it, I love them. The In Movement are a little more sucking in a little bit, but again, not too much. They just make you look wonderful, and they're again that softer kind of buttery texture, and both of them are high-waisted too, which is bomb, and they make your butt look great, and like everything about them is wonderful. And even though it's summer now, I still wear the pants because the pants is where it's at. They're a million times better than the Wonder Unders. I do have a pair of Wonder Under crops that I wear usually when I'm taking the dog for a walk when it's super hot out. And the Wonder Unders are like too stiff and like not breathable and not nice and comfortable, I feel like. They're a little more like constricting. The In Movement and the Aligns are wonderful. Another thing that I got for the gym but I wear all of the time is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour eyeshadow in Bad to the Bronze. Now I'm not sure if this 24-hour like eye tattoo thing, if they're getting rid of this, because my local Target had them on sale and I was like, what is happening? This is a cream eyeshadow and it's been talked about for like years. So it's bronzy, creamy, beautiful, and this I love during the week. I don't do like a ton of makeup. I just do an all over lid shade, and I use this brush because I typically use this after the gym. So I'll go to the gym in the morning and I'll be getting ready for work or whatever it is I'm doing that day, and I will use this and just take this little brush because I don't want to be dipping my hand, even though I've washed my hands. I'm in the gym and it's just gross. And I use this little brush, and it's a Sonia Kashuk brush. I don't even know if it has a name. A blending eye brush. Oh, this is actually e.l.f. I lied to you. This is an e.l.f. brush, so it was like $1. And I just blend this all over, like any lid color that I can just like blend all over and do nothing with, and it just looks beautiful. I love, and that's what this is. I love these kinds of bronzy shades. It makes my blue eyes pop. It looks beautiful on like almost any skin tone because I've seen this recommended by a ton of people, and it's just gorgeous. And it's like that sort of like no makeup kind of, but just enough color. It's stunning and beautiful, and I want more of these colors in this range, but again, if they're being discontinued, I'm gonna cry. Then we have the Lancome Juicy Shaker in Piece of Cake. Now, I talked about the Lancome Matte Shaker in my winter review, and I really like the Matte Shaker still, but I have been, as people do in the summer, I'm just like, I want to be like dewy and no makeup and like an ad for Glossier, even though I've never tried a Glossier product, and just the epitome of like no makeup chill. That's kind of how I feel a lot of the days. So I love this. I usually will wear like a lip liner underneath this, and then this, but you can just wear this on top completely. This is a very like light color, just a hint of color. This is definitely like a mildest but better shade for me, and it's an oil, so it's more like dewy and beautiful but not sticky in the way that a gloss is. I love it. It's stunning and gorgeous, and again, it's really easy for after the gym. I just am like bloop, or if I need to go out somewhere, I'm going to be eating and I don't want to like reapply a liquid lipstick because liquid lipsticks get all like gross and nasty, then I wear this. I'm also gravitating again, so I can see this happening in summer, more towards the just like bullet lipsticks. Like I'm actually wearing one right now from MAC, and the way that they wear off a little more like seamlessly than liquid lipstick. I still love liquid lipsticks, and you can rip them from my cold dead hands. I adore them, but like sometimes I just want something that's no fuss, and these are no fuss. Then we have just podcasts in general. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, and I want to do a video recommending all my favorite podcasts, so I don't want to list all of them here, but I have been loving podcasts. I've been listening to a lot of makeup podcasts, self-care and skincare podcasts, some fitness ones, and I've been really struggling to find fitness ones because for a while I was just like, I was sick of a lot of like the bro science and over diety type ones. So these are more like health conscious ones and always female driven podcasts. I mean, I feel like all the podcasts I listen to are all female-led podcasts. I've also been listening to like Snark Squad Pod, which is a media podcast, and I'll talk about, but my name is Marinez, is one of the hosts on there, so I love and adore her. And just like Book Riot and some of the other bookish podcasts, but mostly I don't listen to like fictitious podcasts or the ones that are like Serial or some of those. Like I don't listen to those. I listen to more like educational or discussion-based, dissection of topics type podcasts, and I really enjoy them. So if you want me to do a video on my favorite podcast, definitely tell me down below. And let me know some of your favorite podcasts, especially if they are like nonfiction type podcasts. But I will definitely talk about some of my favorites in the future. Another makeup item I've been loving again. This is something I've worn for a while, but this is the Meow Cosmetics Flawless Feline Foundation in Zero Inquisitive Korat. And this is a little tiny size, but this is a mineral foundation, and I wear this basically every day for work. I don't wear liquid foundation. I don't wear like really any foundation. I just wear this, and this is wonderful for just kind of like, I can sort of spot conceal with it, which is crazy because it's a powder. I don't necessarily do like an all over. Sometimes I'll feel like my skin is just being like blah, and I want to just like buff in the powder all over. What I typically do is I use this MAC 217? Man, this is an old brush. I use a MAC 217, dip it in the powder, swirl it in the lid, as everybody knows because of Bare Minerals, and then buff it onto the spots. And then that just seamlessly blends into my skin, and my skin looks like natural. Like you can still see that I have like redness or like it looks like skin, but it looks like really natural and beautiful. It's good for after the gym. Again, it controls a little bit of oil if there's any oil going on. And this is a cruelty-free brand, and it also has so many different skin tones. Like the whole entire gambit of skin tones. And you can order samples. I ordered like 10 samples when I first tried this makeup and was able to figure out they have like so many different undertones and everything. Like you can find your match, I am almost positive, in Meow Cosmetics. So if you are okay with powder foundation, I would definitely try this out. It is loose, but I don't find it very messy. Again, I take it to the gym and it's fine and it doesn't get everywhere, and I really love it for like natural everyday makeup for sure. Then we have another food item, and that is the Trader Joe's Everything But the Bagel Seasoning. Everybody talks about this. This is, oh my god, nothing in this video is sponsored, by the way, but this is amazing. I think you can get this outside of Trader Joe's. You can just get this online or whatever, but I just have a friend who lives near Trader Joe's because I sadly do not. Bring me like 3 bottles of it when she comes to see me. I use this on eggs, and it is amazing. It's the Everything Bagel Seasoning in just the seasoning. It is so tasty. I use this, like I said, on fried eggs. It's awesome. I've heard people use it in cottage cheese. I've heard people use it on like avocado toast. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. It is so good, and it elevates everything you put it on. I could put this on fries. I mean, it's just, it's really good. It's amazing. And if you live near Trader Joe's and you haven't tried this, like, what are you doing with your life? Then I'm not going to show you the exact shoe because it's not what actually matters, but this is running shoes that are tailored to your feet. So I am not a runner, but I am a walker, and I walk the dog every day, and I take on average 10,000 steps a day. And I was doing that in just like really shitty shoes that I'd had for a long time. And over the spring, I went to a running store. I think it's Roadrunner was the one that I went to, and they are a store that will analyze your feet. So you get on a treadmill, they'll do like a thing with like pressure and whatever. When I got on this analyzer, the girl was like, holy shit. And I was like, is that something wrong? She's like, you don't have any pain or anything? And I was like, no, I mean, not this time I didn't. She's like, these are the highest arches I have ever seen. So I apparently have super high arches, and I should have been having like a ton of pain and all this stuff, and I thankfully didn't. But I ended up getting some nice running shoes that I use for walking again. And I got arch support insoles, and it's like walking on clouds. It is so nice. So if you do a lot of walking or you run and you're just using like a standard shoe and you haven't gotten your shoe and your gait and everything analyzed, do that, because now my feet feel like wonderful. And again, it's like I can walk easier and faster, and it's not like I was like hobbling or anything, but like I noticed a distinct difference. And I actually want to get like arch support sandals. Like, I'm 55, but I'm fine with that. I love it, and they feel really great. And my shoes that I'm wearing, you could never tell that they're not like an orthotic. Like, it's not like you can really tell that they're like that kind of shoe. It just has the insole. It's life-changing. Like, love yourself, and definitely check out, like, everyone's feet are weird and have like different things going on with them. So check out your feet, see if you have like low arches, high arches, flat feet, if you like walk mostly on the outsides of your feet or the inside, like whatever, and shoes can correct that. And then like walking will just be, again, like walking on bouncy clouds. It's amazing. Then a hair related item, we have this Curl Formers soft hood. I think they don't have the name of the product on here, they just have this dumb logo, which I think is the Curl Formers logo. This is a hood that you attach to your hair dryer, and it's like the hoods of the hair salons and how you disperse the heat over your hair to dry it. So I air dry my hair, but sometimes even my short hair takes forever to air dry, and especially in the winter, it's just like this long process. And blow dry my hair is not a thing that needs to happen, and even diffusing didn't really work for my hair specifically. This evenly distributes the heat and the air everywhere in your hair and dries it so much faster. So if I have to take a shower at night and I want to go to bed and I wash my hair, I can dry it so much faster, and it's wonderful and has saved me so much time. Like, seriously, I would sit there for hours waiting for my hair to dry, especially when it was really long, and I wish I had this when my hair was long, because it would have been so impactful in my life and given me so much time back. But even with my hair short like this, like, it still shaves off like a couple hours of dry time. Like, my hair takes forever to dry. So this has been awesome, amazing. And you can attach it to literally any hair dryer. Like, you don't need a special hair dryer. And this thing is like on Amazon for maybe $20. So highly recommend, whatever hair type you have, but especially if you have curly hair. Highly recommend. And lastly, for favorites, we have the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. This is a skincare product. It's a serum. I mix this with my Cosrx Snail Mucin, and this is awesome. This has been helping with some like hyperpigmentation that I have. I have red spots that stay over after I have acne, and it looks like I have acne all the time when they're like flat spots. I've shown them in my skincare videos before. This has been super helpful for that, and I'm going to continue to try some different products to kind of pair with this, like maybe an AHA or something else that I'm going to use also with this, and see if that helps the lightening process. Again, this is not a skin bleach or anything like that, nothing like that. It's a brightening, and it just helps increase the healing time and speed up the healing time on some of these hyperpigmentation spots. Not a skin bleach. It's not what this does at all. But niacinamide and zinc are both good for that. Zinc also helps with like oil production and keeping the oil from like getting out of control, and kind of keeps your skin in like a satiny sort of finish and like normalizes it. And then the niacinamide is the brightening product. This has been awesome, and since it's the Ordinary, it's super cheap, so I've really enjoyed this. Some people have problems with this and the consistency going on and like it pilling up and stuff, but I heard that when you mix it with the snail mucin, you have no problem. So I've done that from the beginning and haven't had any issues whatsoever. But I'll talk about this more in the future. I'm kind of in the process of revamping my skincare a little bit because I have a couple theories about some things about my skin, so maybe in a couple months I'll talk about that. I could also be totally wrong, and that could not help me at all, so we'll see what happens. Then I have one miss for spring, and actually in winter I didn't really have anything that was a miss, so it was kind of cool to have something to talk about, even though I kind of hate that it's a miss. It is the Essence Make Me Brow. Now this is supposed to be a dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow, and that's a product that I've talked about before as a favorite last year, and I think even the end of the year favorite, but I'm not sure if they're discontinuing it, if it's coming back. They were talking about discontinuing it, and some people said they still see it. So while I couldn't find that, I tried this out because people said that this was an exact dupe. I use number 3 in the Gimme Brow, and this is 03 Soft Brownie Brows in this essence. This is much less expensive, it's much cheaper, it's a drugstore brand, but it's not the same. This is wetter and like thicker, it'll get more places. I feel like the brush is similar in size, but a little bit bigger, and it just kind of gets away from me a little bit more, where the Benefit I could just really get in there, and it is that like thickening kind of product. This I don't find as thickening also, I just find it more like a tint, where I find that the Gimme Brow had more of like the fibers that really like sort of stuck on your hair and made it a little bit thicker and stuff, so I like that way more. I would rather buy the Gimme Brow again if it comes available again, or I might try out the Glossier Boy Brow because I've heard that that is a favorite of people's as well. I use this stuff like every day, this brow product. Before the gym, I will just put this through my brows and then I will use it in tandem with an eyebrow pencil on other days when I'm doing like full makeup. But this is just, the price being lower isn't worth the drop in quality for me, so I personally do not think that this is a dupe and I would not recommend it. But if you're looking for something and you don't really care and maybe you'll really like this, if you're looking for more of a gel instead of like a thickening product, but this one wasn't for me. So that is my spring in review. Comment down below and know some products that you tried in spring and things that you liked and didn't like so much. So thank you all for watching and I'll see all you guys soon. Bye.